Okay, so this has been a topic on Twitter that I've been kind of looking at, but really haven't done much with. And ICT says that candle counting has no bearing on his concepts, but it's definitely something to kind of maybe watch a little bit. And this is in hindsight. I was not watching this live time, but I did enter this live time. Okay, so I was live trading in Discord today, and I called an entry. I said I was entering a discount in this fair value gap. Okay, so as soon as we hit discount, I ended up entering in this wick. So I entered long there, and I got out up here. Okay, and if you kind of notice, I'm gonna show you something. So with candle counting, there's the Gann theory, which has the numbers like 7, 13, and 21 are big ones. Okay, those numbers. And you want to start counting these candles from like the lows and highs. So for example, if you start counting at this candle's high right here, okay, this 1 minute candle's high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the seventh candle breaks out of this fair value gap. Okay, so there's a 7, like the magic number 7. Okay, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This would also be 12 because it's an inside candle. Okay, so this would be 12. The inside candles don't count. Basically what that means is the high and lower inside this candle. 13. Okay, this is the 13th candle, and then the 14th candle makes a high, and then it dumps. Okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21st candle makes the low, or 20th candle makes a low, but then 21st candle goes out, and it's this is as precise as it gets. Okay, so you can see the 7th candle comes out of this fair value gap. The 13th candle, or the 14th candle, which is one off of 13, basically the 13th makes one of the highs here, dumps from here, and then the 21st candle makes this low in this fair value gap. Okay, and all these entries were good. Okay, so I took this long entry, and it was the 7th candle from this high, and this is where I kind of started selling right here because I started seeing these candles. I was not counting at the time, but you can see like the 13th candle we dumped, and then this was the optimal trade entry, and sure enough, the 21st candle is when we get down here. So I do not hate on candle counting. Okay, I think candle counting is pretty cool, but ICT says it has no bearing on his concepts. But I think if you experiment with it, I think it could definitely be used. But you can kind of see the precision in this candle counting. So I entered at about the 7th candle, sold about the 13th, and I also pointed out a long entry in my Discord, which is about the 21st candle. Okay, so you can kind of see that. And just to backtest some more, I would definitely backtest this strategy. And a lot of times what you're going to see is like, if we count from this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, after the 7th candle it dumps. And you can see I'm going to mark the 7th candle. So this is the 5 minute. So the 7th candle from this low is the 5 minute right here. And if we go in the 1 minute, keep in mind, this is where we start the high. This is where we start counting from this dump. And another thing with candle counting is you kind of want to see like these time frames line up. Okay, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th candle leaves. Okay, again, it's the same in the 5 minute. The 13th candle leaves, and we know when this candle leaves on the 13th candle on the 5 minute, this was also the 21st candle on the 1 minute. So when that aligns, I think this definitely has a stronger confluence, if that makes sense. So let's say in the 5 minute we're at the 13th candle. Let's say in the 1 minute we're at the 21st. Well, then there's going to be a higher chance that we bounce or reverse somewhere. So I think that's definitely something worth watching for the future. You can see today was a pretty easy day. I'm hoping for most of you. I'm gonna just quickly review my Twitter. So on my Twitter, I tweeted this all live. So I had game plan for the day. We just hit buy side liquidity, so I'll be looking for a short setup. You can see we have buy side, and I'll show you kind of what I had marked. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. This was buy side. I said I was looking for a short setup after we hit this high. And if you look, we got it on the 5 minute. Okay, so you can see, boom, we get a 5 minute BPR. It is also a 1 minute fair value gap right here. So that's even more precise entry. And it's also a 1 minute order block right there, okay? So you can see 5 minute fair value gap, 5 minute BPR, 1 minute fair value gap, 1 minute order block. We got that entry up there. I pointed that out in my live Discord as well. Right now, what I think is going to happen is I think we're going to hit these equal highs. That's what I think is going to happen. But you can kind of see that. What did I tweet after? So I said, never got the setup yet, but I said, take profit here at this 5 minute order block. This is a good spot to take profit. You can see, sure enough, we bounce off this order block, and we bounce to the short entry, okay? So that was nice. Just delete this real quick. So that was nice. I said, there's the bounce. That's why I said you should take profit. And then here's a short setup, which I pointed out in my live Discord. I did not point it out on my Twitter, but hopefully people knew that I was looking for the short setup, which you got the 5 minute BPR, then the 1 minute bearish order flow into this order block. And I kind of alerted my targets. So again, I said the price targets were this low right here, and then this was the final price target. And I said 830 low is now in the crosshairs. Keep in mind that's what ICT says, so I thought it was funny. And I said 90% of profits should be taken here. Why? Well, Biden was about to speak. And also another thing is you could see us. We were about to break this last higher low, okay? So the fact that we're about to break this last higher low shows a market structure shift. So that's why I said you should take most profits here, because that's when I was going to start looking for longs again, okay? And I knew we had these equal highs up here, so I don't want to fade these equal highs. Which we still have not hit for some reason. I think we will, though. But you can see, like, that's where I said you should take 90% of profit because, look, we're breaking market structure, and we're also inside this rejection block, which we could easily bounce out of. I said exactly why you take profits right before 10 o'clock hits. And I said, even though Biden hasn't spoke yet, target is now the equal highs, looking for a long in this fair value gap and discount. I said I was looking for a long here, okay? I said a fair value gap and discount, so anywhere in this zone right here. I did not have this fair value gap marked. I only have this fair value gap marked. So as soon as we go under the 0.5, that's your long entry. And boom, what happens? We wick out of it, and I said up 5 points here from the long entry, scaled half, a stop, and break even, look for the equal highs we hit. And I said out 75% here. Reason I got out here, you can kind of relate it to the candle counting theory. But the reason I got out here is because I was up 15 points. I like to scale right before these equal highs because what sometimes happens is we create low resistance liquidity, so we don't quite hit these highs, and we dump again. Then we hit them later in the day. And knowing that it was 10:30, it's just the time that we could potentially reverse, which is why I got out. And then 11 o'clock is another like kind of reversal time as well. You can see 11 o'clock we made another low right here, which was also another good long entry. And this was the long entry in the second fair value gap I marked. So you can see 11 o'clock we made a low right here. It was pretty perfect. And I think we should hit these equal highs. This is live time right now. This is what I've been expecting. So I'll update that on my Twitter once we do hit those equal highs. But you can see why I got out. And I said stop dart runners. Look, so as soon as you go under this bearish order block, this is your bearish order flow now. So you can see we fall under this order block right here. And that's when you look for a short. Again, we retrace to the premium PD ray. We go right above the 0.705, then we dump from there. And then you can obviously see we rejected this order block / fair value gap as well for another short. Again, because we broke this order block, that just shows bearish order flow, which is why it was good stop out runners. And then, again, I had this 0.705. I don't really have this on my chart too much, but I have it because I saw it was in this fair value gap. And I never alerted I was long in there. I never said I was looking for a long there, but I did point it out in my live trading and my premium Discord. And usually, like you see, I had it right here. Usually I do not have this. So the fact that I had this there shows that this could have been a nice possible good long, which I ended up pointing out in my Discord. So you can see that. And then usually when we hit midnight open is a good scaling spot, and you can see we went right above midnight open and we jumped. I really like midnight open for take profits. And this is when I said I'm done for the day for now, and I said this is a no trade zone. Why? Well, we had these equal highs, which I do expect to be hit, but we also have this 1 minute fair value gap, which we end up rejecting. It was also a 1 minute order block, and on the footprint chart, it was stacked from 3992, which was about this zone, to 3994, which was right here. It was pretty stacked there, so I didn't think I would get by it that easily. But I also didn't want to risk getting squeezed because of these equal highs. And in the end, both of these could have worked. This one about 10 points, and we might now hit these equal highs. Okay, so I'll update what happens with that. We also had a divergence right here between NQ and ES, which is another reason why we dumped. So you can clearly see, I was calling all this out on my Twitter today, and I think it's really good to study. Again, I think the candle counting is very interesting because that definitely worked pretty well today, in my opinion. I still have to do a lot more backtesting with candle counting. I'm not going to prioritize candle counting for entries, but maybe if it lines up, that'll give me more confidence in an entry. Again, those 7, 13, 21 are important candles. I definitely think it is worth backtesting, but I would not, if ICT doesn't say, like he said, it has no bearings in his concepts. If ICT says that, then again, I would prioritize what ICT teaches, but maybe use candle counting in the background. It just depends on the strategy. It might be something good for you guys to look into, but that's all I got for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and other than that, peace out.